Hi dear friends and subscribers, welcome to the Cricket Happening Show with your host Ram. And well, we have two matches today. As you know, the Group B fixtures are ending today. It would also decide the semi-final places. Yes, the semi-final places have been decided. It is going to be the Auckland Aces are out, and what it does is it gives the other two teams a chance to enter the semi-finals, because the Titans and Delhi Daredevils were supposed to play a match, but because of rain, the play had to be abandoned for the day. So what happened was the Perth Scorchers and Auckland match was very important for them, and if Perth Scorchers won, they would have been through into the semi-final, and that's what precisely happened. So from Group A, it is Titans and Delhi Daredevils getting into the semi-finals of the T20 Champions League 2012. The reason being, the Perth Scorchers were the ones who were the victors. They beat the Auckland Aces by 16 runs. The Perth Scorchers were the ones who batted first and put up 140 for 7 on the board. Today, Herschel Gibbs continued his very poor form. He had a very bad T20 Champions League, I would say, but he brought up a beautiful catch today, which I'll talk about. But Herschel Gibbs himself was out for 6. So that was the first wicket to go of 6 balls. And then Marcus North and Simon Katich started steadying the innings. But Marcus North, in his brief stay at the crease, I mean, he was there, but he hit some very good boundaries. It was really good to see Marcus North timing the ball very well. He played some sweet strokes there, and he contributed 37 of 35 balls with 4 fours and 1 6. Simon Katich was out for 21. In fact, Simon Katich was clean bowled by Ronnie Hira for 21 of 23 balls with 2 fours. And Paul Collingwood, who was the highest scorer, was run out for a good 38 of 27 balls with 5 fours. And Beaton, who played today, contributing 22 of 19 balls with 1 4 and 1 6. Other than that, nothing really to talk about. Luke Crounchy was out for 4. Coulter Nile was not out for 1. And many 2 and Hogg. And let me tell you, the pitch was not easy to bat on. The ball was not coming onto the bat. The batsman had to wait, and the ball was coming slowly onto the bat. And Perth, in fact, Auckland actually did well to restrict Perth Scorchers to a score of 140. Kyle Mills, absolutely impressive with his bowling. 4 overs, no maiden, none for 14. Bates was the wicket taker today. He gave away 34 runs but picked up 4 wickets. Most importantly, Azhar Mahmood, 4 overs went for 24, 4 overs for 25 for Bruce Martin, the brother of Chris Martin. He's a right arm off spinner. He bowled 4 overs for 25. Ronnie Hira, 3 overs went for 27 with 1 wicket. And Granholm bowled 1 over for 13 runs. As far as Auckland were concerned, it was very essential for Auckland to win the match, but Auckland faltered. In fact, they didn't have a good start. Vincent being a victim of the debutant Duffield when he was caught behind for 2. That was the first wicket to go. After that, Martin Guptill played some. In fact, Azhar Mahmood came in and brought some urgency into the innings, with Guptill and Azhar Mahmood really taking the score on to 61, with Azhar Mahmood in one particular over of Collingwood cutting him and driving him and sweeping him for boundaries to take 3/4 of that over. And that was a very vital wicket, because at that time Martin Guptill was also looking good. He had hit a good 6-2, but Martin Guptill was a victor as Beer once again came in. Now Beer is the one who actually, he was the man of the match. The reason being, he knocked off 2 important wickets, and that could have played a great role for Auckland Aces. But unfortunately, Michael Beer came in and knocked off both Guptill and Azhar Mahmood. First it was Guptill to go. Now Guptill, I would really blame him. He went for a very rank bad shot, because he tried to flay a delivery outside the off stump, and he was caught by Raunchy of the bowling of Beer for 36 of 32 balls with 3 fours and 1 6. Azhar Mahmood, after briefly playing very well, made 23 of 21 balls with 4 fours. But Beer was once again the person who took his wicket there. He was caught by Gibbs. That was a brilliant catch. That was what I was talking about. Herschel Gibbs took a real beautiful catch in the covers. He really clung onto the catch, and he really dived forward and took that catch. It was very firmly struck by Azhar Mahmood, but a beautiful catch defied Azhar Mahmood's knock of 23. After that, There's only one person who got into double figure, and that was Munro, who made 23 of 18 balls, 1-4 and 1-6. There was no support for Colin Munro from either end. Anaru Kitchen was a victim of Brad Hogg for 6 of 6 balls with 1-4, and after that it was pretty easy going for the Perth Scorchers, as they were really breathing victory there, because Colin Granholm was run out for 4. Hopkins, the captain, was bowled by Beer for 9. Ronnie Hira bowled many for 2, and Kyle Mills was not on some, but as I said, it was too much, and in the end the Auckland innings capitulated, ended up at 124 for 8, with Kyle Mills not out 7, Bates not out 9, but was of no avail. 124 for 8 was on the board, and they finished short by 16 runs. Michael Beer, he has been continuing to really impress for the last 2 matches, I would say. And Michael Beer bowled 4 overs, no maiden, 3 for 13. Splendid bowling figures for Michael Beer. Many bowled 4 overs, no maiden, 2 for 23. Coultonite, none for 26. Duffield on his debut, 3 overs, 1 for 17. Hogg 4 overs, no maiden, 1 for 30. But the Paul Collingwood bowled 1 over for 14 runs. And Michael Beer of Perth Scorchers was named man of the match for some splendid bowling analysis of 4 overs, no maiden, 13 runs and 3 wickets. Now, since Perth Scorchers won the match, it became all the more easy for Delhi Daredevils and Titans, because they were going to play an inconsequential match, because already Delhi Daredevils topped the tables with 10 points, and Titans were there on 8, and now Delhi Daredevils and Titans, by virtue of this Perth Scorchers win over Auckland Aces, have marched into the semi-finals. And well, other than that, I wouldn't say anything else. Tomorrow is a rest day coming up, and since it's an inconsequential match, doesn't matter. The play has been washed out, so there's no play. The match has been called off because of rain between Delhi Daredevils and Titans, and it was not of any much importance, because both the teams have already made it to the semi-finals. There was a suspense for them. If Auckland Aces had won, then it would have been a point struggle for both Delhi Daredevils and Titans. But because of the victory that Perth Scorchers got, it has become an easy entry for Delhi Daredevils and Titans into the semi-finals of this T20 Champions League 2012. Well, unfortunately, again, time has been a constraint for me. And on this note, dear fans, friends and subscribers, I'm ending my cricket show for today. See you all tomorrow. But tomorrow, as I said, there's not going to be any T20 Champions League, but I might be coming up with some cricket news. That's it from me, your host Ram, for the cricket show for today. See you all tomorrow with the news here saying that Delhi Daredevils and Titans are qualified for the semi-finals from Group A. So that's the news which I have here, and that's it from me, your host Ram, for today. See you all tomorrow. Thank you.